Let's get this mic in place. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Okay. Stay boy. Here we are. Been waiting for this one for quite a bit. This has been highly anticipated. A lot of people say, when is it coming? When's the draft coming? When are we ranking these quarterbacks? These lovely quarterbacks who are women. The days come. Send the list in the quarterback hours. I will send the list out when it's done. It'll be out in the graphic later. I'm also, for our friends over in the YouTube chat. Hello to everyone on TikTok, by the way. Good to see you. My friends in the YouTube chat. I'm putting a link to, I'm going to pin this to the top. I've added a link to all the quarterbacks and what they look like as women. This is what I'm basing my list off of. I have a list right here in my handy dandy little notebook. I have two lists of 5 quarterbacks each. So how it's going to work, how I'm going to break this down, we have 2 sides. I'm not going to do it since it's just me. It's no draft. There's no back and forth. It's just the back and forth in my brain, whatever's going on in this noggin. So what does that mean? We're going to have 5 woods, and we're going to have 5 would nots. It's as simple as that. Okay, and I have them ranked 1 to 5. You guys can decide if you're watching on YouTube. You guys can decide what list you want first. Do you want the woods or do you want the would nots? And basically what I'm doing with these lists is just going off personal gut. There wasn't a lot of thought that went into this. There wasn't a lot of break down the numbers, crunch numbers, just gut reaction, put myself in the situation. I'm at a bar, I'm out in a social gathering. I see this person across the board or across the bar, and I'm like, hey, would not. There's 2 sides. That's it. Binary system here. I have 5. And I want to also state that all football professional fandom bias has gone out the window. I will not be choosing quarterbacks based on how I like them as a person, how I like them as a quarterback. This is just them as women. And for those watching the TikTok, I sent the link to all the images of these quarterbacks in the YouTube chat, so you might want to head over there to watch there and hang out in the chat over there. Maybe make the A-list today. Madison says this is already going to be chaos. You see, it feels pretty straightforward. I don't think my list is very divisive. I'll say that. Maybe some people disagree with me, which is fine. I'm very open to public criticism. If you disagree, that's okay. But I also see this as closing the chapter on this NFL season. This was a big NFL season for us. Obviously, the Vikings had the run that they had, and we covered a lot of it, covered a lot of the season. It took a lot of time. So now this is me kind of closing that chapter. And as we move on, show must go on. Good time must go on. So that's what we're going to do here. And, all right. I'm going to let you guys decide in the TikTok chat. Who's ever watching, would or would not first? I have my list of 5. I have 10 different quarterbacks here. I have my top 5 woods. And I have my top 5 wouldn'ts. And the way I rank the wouldn'ts is like my number 1 is like the most wouldn't. My number 5 is like maybe would, probably not. And then it just gets more wouldn't as the list goes on. Same thing for the woods. Number 5, it was a probably would. And number 1 is like hell yeah, without a doubt, would. So, if it's up to you guys. If anyone has any preference, you can let me know in the chat. Let me make sure I'm not missing anyone. Let me scroll through these ladies one more time. Again, I pinned the link to the article I'm using in the chat. I discluded. I want honorable mentions real quick. Ben Roethlisberger would be in my would nots, but not an active quarterback as of right now. These are all active quarterbacks. Oh, wait. Active quarterbacks this past season. Let me preface that. Active quarterbacks this past season are the ones that are allowed on my list. So, without further ado, I think let's get into it. Let's do the would nots. That's the list we're going to work with today. My number 5, this is kind of a cheat code, and I apologize to this person for kind of doubling down on stances I've taken before. But my number 5 would not quarterback as a girl is Mr. Trevor Lawrence. Now, they did him dirty because the picture they chose basically what they did, they took all the quarterbacks and turned them into women, like using some filter or something. They didn't even do that with Trevor. They just left his picture as is. Not fair to him. I think everyone across the board would agree that women are genetically more attractive than men, just across the board. The most attractive woman is way more attractive than the most attractive man. And I don't know if that's a controversial take or not, but I stand by it. I think you guys are just born different. And it's a blessing and a curse, I'm sure, for you guys. So I don't. It's not like a jealous thing. I feel for you guys, but I think it's a fact. So Trevor Lawrence comes in as my number 5 would not quarterback. Number 4 on my list, I'm going to use the girl names that they provide. So they also renamed these quarterbacks on this list. My number 4, let's see if I can find the name. Okay, so number 4, shout out to Keto Society. Appreciate it on TikTok. Good to see you guys. Everyone on TikTok, by the way, we're live on YouTube. If you want to head over there, I put the link to what I'm talking about over there. So, but number 4, quarterbacks that I would not. It's Deshauna Watson. You can take a look at her image on the link. It's towards the bottom, right next to Kirk. Yeah, I don't know. Just not something about it. It's almost part of maybe it's the Photoshop they did with this one. Just doesn't really move the needle for me. You know, it doesn't. I don't know. Something about the eyes. The eyes are a little messed up, and I think it's a Photoshop issue. But it's really throwing me off. I don't know which one to look at. I think that's the issue I run through with the Deshauna Watson. So Deshauna Watson comes as at number 4 on my would not list. Number 3, I think I got to scroll up a little bit for this one. Or maybe not. Where are we at here? There we are. All right. I'm going to go. My number 3 would not quarterback is, again, unbiased. This quarterback did beat my team in the playoffs. This has nothing to do with this pick. Absolutely nothing to do with this pick. We're going with Dania Dimes. Daniel Dimes as a woman. That's what we're going with. Let's make sure the audio works. There we are. All right, good. Yeah, I'm going with Daniel Dimes. Danny Dimes. As a female, she gets giving off Karen vibes for sure. The haircut, 4 out of 10. She looks like she would get mad at me for having a guy's night. That kind of vibe. It's like, oh, you really going out to play poker in Jake's basement? Yeah, honey, I am. Get over it. That's the kind of vibes Daniel Dimes gives off as a woman. And I like a good guy's night, so I'm gonna put her at number 3 on my list. We have why not Daniela? They added some crazy names. It would be Daniela Dimes, Daniela Jones. So yeah, it's my number 3. My number 2, would nots, is reigning Super Bowl MVP, league MVP, 2-time Super Bowl champion. It's Patricia Mahomes. Now this picture, brutal. Another Photoshop work that just doesn't work. They tried to add some like curly mullet. I mean, it's just straight up Patrick Mahomes. And I'm not nothing against Patrick Mahomes, just not how I swing. And I'm just saying it just doesn't. There wasn't enough going into this filter to make Patrick Mahomes look like a female in this list. So I think it's a pure effort standpoint. I can't put him up there. So he is my number 2, would not. And overall, my number 1 would not. Again, people are going to claim biased. Why it's biased again. Vikings fan. But once you see this photo, if you go look at the photo linked in the YouTube chat, you're going to know what I'm talking about. Aaron Rodgers. And that's Aaron, E-R-I-N. Oh, boy. I wrote down, this is what I wrote down for Aaron's character. Female character. I put A-Rod. Looks like the kind of teacher who yelled at me for tying my shoes when I was in line. You know, like you're walking in line to go somewhere, you have to stop, tie your shoes. And she's like, "Why didn't you tie your shoes when you were in the classroom?" Well, honey, my shoes weren't untied back then. I didn't notice it back then. But now that I'm in line, we're walking, where I'm doing the activity where having an untied shoe would most likely hurt me, I'm going to stop doing that, and I'm going to tie my shoes. And she comes out of line and yells at me for doing it. That's what Aaron Rodgers looks like in this photo. And that is what secured the spot as my number 1. Would not. People are going to claim bias. Unbiased. Very unbiased. So I stick with that. But now, we can move on into the very highly anticipated. This is showtime. Prime time. You know, we start off with the trailer. These are the things you don't want. Get them out. And now, let the stars shine. Who are the top 5 woods? You look at this list of NFL quarterbacks as women, woods. The highlights. You'd be like, yep. It's like scrolling through. What are the grocery store apps? I don't know. What's that one go-kart thing? That's not the name of it. There's an app where you like buy your groceries online and you're swiping through and then you see like the dessert section and you're like, wood. That's what I did. That's what I did with these NFL quarterbacks. So, my number 5 woods. Again, this gets increasingly wood. The woodness factor goes up as the list goes on. My number 5, I'm going with maybe a controversial pick here. I don't know. Be interesting what you guys think. I'm going with Zara Wilson, Zach Wilson's female counterpart. I wrote down that this woman looks like the sorority girl who invited you to a formal but then left with your friend. I don't think it's a long-term solution with Zara Wilson. I don't think it's going to work out long-term, but it's one of those just have fun in the moment. Enjoy it while it's happening, I guess. Enjoy the moment. So that's what Zach Wilson looks like. Pretty cute. I'll give her cute. It definitely gives out that sorority girl vibes, though, for sure. Number 4 on my list of woods. Again, this is increasing, so this is more wood than Zara Wilson. And people will probably disagree with this one. I don't know. I'm interested to see the feedback on this one. This is, I'm going with, what's her name? Okay, here we go. Her name is Macy Jones. This is Mac Jones' female counterpart. Just cute girl. Very cute girl. Objectively cute girl. This feels like the kind of girl who is very clearly smarter than you in the class. And there's something about that as an attractiveness value. So it increases. She bumps up the list there. She's like a 4.0 GPA. She's valedictorian. All those good things. And in the back of your head, you're like, all right, she's way too good for me. That's the kind of the vibes that Macy Jones gives off. So I think that earns her a high spot on the list at number 4. Number 3, I'm going with, where is she at? Miss Jalen Hurts. fresh off a Super Bowl loss, but an incredible, almost MVP season. Some was thinking he was having. But Jalen Hurts, she's got it all. I mean, look at she's got it all. The hair, phenomenal. This is a great Photoshop. It's kind of cheating because Jalen Hurts by himself. It's a good looking dude. So it's like, all right, clearly this version, this female counterpart is going to be good looking as well. So kind of cheating there, but Jalen Hurts makes it my number 3. Number 2, this is why I had to add the stipulation of was current or was active NFL players last season, because this person is recently retired. Some people refer to this person as the GOAT, also known as the greatest of all time, and that would be the stunning, borderline jaw drop, not fully dropped, but like jaw agape, like just like whoa, not fully dropping to the floor, but that jaw is dropping a little bit. It's teetering on falling. I'm going with Tanya Brady. Go look at the link. Click the link. Look at Tanya Brady. Tell me I'm wrong. I mean, it's just objectively, you see this person. This is the person who I would see and immediately be like, hey, can't have that one. It's like reaching a hand for the cookie jar. It's like Tanya Brady knows, like, I have no reason to talk to her. Like a person like me looking at a person like her, no reason. It's like reach for the cookie jar, and then she would just slap my hand. She'd be like, no cookies for you. Are we reaching it? No. That's what Tanya Brady was like. That's how I imagine that. So yeah, 100% Tanya Brady. Number 2, and if you're looking at the link that I sent, the number 1 and number 2 are right there. Because my number one would quarterback of 2022, female counterpart, is Miss Jill Burrow. This is same thing, cookie jar effect. This girl, a girl like that, like Jill Burrow, doesn't know people like us exist. They live in a different butterfly land of just hot people. Like I'm convinced there's 2 worlds on this planet. There's 99% of people living amongst ourselves, and then there's just like this hot person world where they just live and they just like walk along in sunshine and rainbows all day and just smile and pop champagne or something like that. Jill Burrow exists in that world, exists in that upper echelon world. And that is why Jill Burrow is my number 1. I also wrote down for Jill Burrow the kind of girl who wouldn't talk to you unless they want to get free drinks, which 100% would work. I'd probably buy the bar out if possible. Definitely got bullied by female Joe Burrow in high school. Listen, Mandy, I probably did too. To be honest. And I would enjoy it. I would just let her get away with it. It's unfortunate. It's the way the world works. Some people are just that attractive. It's not fair. But I'm sure, again, like I said, it's a blessing and a curse as well. So Joe Burrow is definitely my number 1 would. So when we run through my list one more time, if you're watching on YouTube, after the fact, I'll make sure the link is in the description of the episode so you can follow along. But my bottom 5, these are my wouldn'ts, never in a million years. Number 5 is Trevor Lawrence. It's just a dude. 4 is Deshaun Watson. 3, Patricia Mahomes. No. 3, Daniela Jones. 2, Patricia Mahomes. Why does that rhyme? Daniela Jones, Patricia Mahomes. It kind of rhymes. It's kind of sick. Number 1, unbiased. It's Aaron Rodgers. Just look at the images. The images speak for themselves. My top 5 woods. The ones, you look at them and be like, yeah, I would. Number 5, you're on Zach Wilson. I believe Zara Wilson was the name of his female counterpart. As I said, looks like the sorority girl who invites you to a formal and leaves with your friend. That's the kind of person, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting from Zara. Then we go Macy Jones. Just overall cuteness factor through the roof. That's what got Macy on the list. 3, Jalen Hurts. Like I said, kind of cheating because it's Jaylene Hurts is the female. Jalen Hurts is already a good-looking dude, so it doesn't really count. Number 2, the GOAT, Tom Brady. I believe her name was Tanya. Yeah, Tanya Brady. 100%. Hand in the cookie jar. Slapped away. And number 1, running away with it. No shocker here. It's when you bet on the favorite, and the favorite wins anyways in a blowout. It's not even close. It's Miss Jill Burrow. Running away with it. Taking the torch of hottest female quarterback that's a male. Male quarterback. Female counterpart to... I don't know. You guys get what I'm saying here. That's my list. But yeah, short bum today because it's just me. Wanted to get through these lists. Wanted to do this list justice. So those are my top 5s, bottom 5s. I'll put that graphic out on the Good Time Instagram, see if people agree with me. What else we got going on? Little around Good Time action. Episode with Logan has dropped, so if you haven't listened to that, go listen to that. Logan is on this most recent episode or season of Bachelor in Paradise. You can listen to People Person Podcast on our YouTube channel or on podcast platforms. We filmed the last episode of the play-in rounds for Battleflix Trivia. So what does that mean? Everyone listening, what does that mean? That means tournament time has officially begun. We will have a selection Sunday next Monday, basically, after the episode airs. The episode will air on Monday, so make sure you tune in for that. But we're going to start recording tournament episodes soon. So you got to stay tuned. Make sure you guys are subscribed, liking all those videos. The tournament's going to be competitive. Teams are getting excited about it, so I'm very excited as well. Madison says, I think we need to get Dragonfire a friend. Oh, make another Webkins? How's Dragonfire, dude? I haven't checked up on Dragonfire. You guys got to send me some updates on Dragonfire because I take care of my own as much as I can. Just, you're a busy dad. It's out here on the road working. Can't always check in on Dragonfire, so let me know. But other than that, I believe that's what we got going on here. Weather's nice. My bum of the day, I'm going to say, is my barb. It's not of today, but of yesterday. My bum of the day is yesterday, my haircut I got. Shout out Great Clips. The Great Clips, my bum of the day. I think I'm keeping him alive. We appreciate that, Mads. We really do. We really appreciate that. I'm still working on my New Girl video. That should be out a couple weeks. We got a lot of work to do on that one. It's a big one, but excited about it. And then my bright side. What day is today? Wednesday. Oh, you know what my bright side is? I'm manifesting this, and those listening on YouTube right now, I'm talking to you guys. I want you guys to send in some voicemails for our episode tomorrow. So tomorrow we have Jenna back in studio. It's Thursday. And I want to respond to some voicemails. So if you have any questions, some stories, funny stories, or just asking for advice on a certain situation, please send in a voicemail. It's real easy. Just click a button, ask a question, and then we're going to react to them live on air. Whatever it is, we will react to them live on air tomorrow. The link is in our link tree, which should be in the description. And if it's not, I'll make sure it's there. But it's also on the bio of our YouTube Instagram as well, or on TikTok, all that stuff. So you guys can find that link easily. If you can't, DM me. We'll find it. We'll get it to you. But yeah, record some voicemails so we can react to it live on air tomorrow. Be very much appreciated. Other than that, I think that's all we got. Look at that. A quick 30-minute bum. Quickie. A little in and out. As always, we appreciate you guys. It's been a busy week. And we'll back in studio tomorrow with Jenna. So record some voicemails. Send some in. Be nice. I'm really going to buy him a friend. Good, Madison. Mads, Dragonfire needs a friend. We appreciate it. Well, anyways, thanks, guys, for watching. As always, subscribe. Like the videos. That helps us a lot. And stay tuned. A lot of fun things coming for Good Time. We'll see y'all soon. Bye. Love you.